I used to believe keeping together more important marriage than happiness. Much effort I gave. In fact, when I went away, there was nothing left to save. One can hold two together at the high cost of everything she has in her. Health, joy, all deplete. When you give all, take wrong, suffer for Christ all day long. Worth it, I had thought, to win the lost. A Christian wife's duty taught in 1 Peter chapter 3. Memorized and cherished, clung to as I perished. Dark evil lies propped up and tied. If hope could move mountains, my hope was a fountain. Waking to him penetrating, no consent I gave. In fact, I repeatedly asked him not to choose that way to relieve himself. Other times he had desires to act upon I thought were wrong, at least for me. Years continued till I brought dictionary to him and stated I will not do things the Bible clearly teaches I should not. My conscience seared all those years. I didn't believe in marital rape. My body belonged to him, it does state. He loved my beliefs in this book, right to use me as he took away any dignity, warped my mind. Inwardly I cringed, outwardly I cried. Times near to having babies, he forced me when I wasn't healed completely. Everything was all about him. I didn't matter as a woman. When I stood my ground after infidelity, I was not willing yet be intimate again. He started arguments lasting all night long. In the morning he slept in as my normal day went on. If he ever helped with the children, I was to be grateful. Men are served, wives do the work. It's in the Bible. Each time I went to pastor or bishop, another horrific scene, I told. Is it really as bad as you say? They said so cold. Yes, I'm not exaggerating. These things really happen. If you love him and fulfill his needs, you'll be a godly wife. In time he'll sense his sin. Your part is to submit, give him all he wants. Die to self daily. It's the proper godly part. Cemented in my mind already were the verses. I spoke them in my heart when the act was hurting. I knew he did not love me, but I knew Jesus did. If I needed rescuing, Jesus was more than capable. Naturally a firecracker, outgoing, outspoken, submerged in murky water, firecracker soaking. Body, heart, and mind, pain like I was choking. To win him from the devil's clutch, I became broken. I remember when it came to my mind, I'm suffering my whole life. I'd rather got on the cross, pay for sins, and a day or less. Sacrilegious, I was ashamed to even think, let alone tell God these things. Years and years, 25 to be exact. Was everything really dependent on how I act? Why did the Bible put on the wife responsibility to manage a lost husband's life? He never apologized, but in the morning, I'd get up, cooking laundry as normal. Dark secrets only a few pastors knew, and their wives who I told it to. Punched out walls, slammed into doors, scaring me often, pushed to the floor, yelling, demanding, fists raised to my face. Watched me while showering, I felt disgrace. Mean, cruel, mixed with ignoring for days. Now I wonder how I ever lived that way. When he got very angry, he placed the blame. You're the only one who can make me this mad. Funny, I thought, I'm responsible for your actions, but I'm also responsible for mine. Do the math. Suffering, enduring unreasonable demands. He refused to go to counseling till after I left. He showed in the bedroom he hadn't changed when after initial separation under pressure, another chance I gave. I write for the women still in the trap. My experience and pain must be for that. Rape within marriage is a real thing, not always looking like a rape movie scene. That's why I didn't realize what was happening, but I questioned more and more on the inside. Every problem I brought to him he downplayed, always said I was overreacting. Got me to doubt myself over time, ignored me for days, isolated, so when he gave attention, I was grateful. I knew not then the terms I know now, that things were intentional, methodical. I think that was the beginning of my healing, when I gave credence to the way I was feeling. I finally stopped hoping that he'd change. A year and a half later, I realized the Bible was my underlying reason so long I tried. That book is filled with lies, oppresses those who take it as their guide. That's why many Christians I meet say they don't believe in all it teaches. I choose none of it any longer. My God frees instead of requiring me to suffer. He speaks through my heart and mind. Intuitively, I know how he guides.